Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Thomas K.R. Stovall. This is Amplified Daily, day 22, January 22nd. Today I want to talk to y'all about something that, it's one of these things that I forgot about that I did back in the day, but I saw a post today from a guy named Anik Singhal. I'm in his mastermind, and he shared this post about how he spent $100,000 after getting one cold email. And the reason why is because this person gave him a really personalized message. It cut through the noise, and this guy did deep analysis on Onyx ad account. This is un requested. This guy just went and did this research and then sent an email and said, "Hey, Onyx, I did this research and here's the stuff that I found. I think this would be really valuable for you. Here's gaps that I found in your ad copy or your structure, whatever. And here's what I would do. Feel free to give me a shout if you want to talk about any of it." And so Onik was like, "Wow, this is really valuable." This guy took like a ton of time and gave me this. And yeah, I want to have a call. And he ends up hiring a guy later. So I was going through the comments, and there's some really good comments in here, but I saw one in particular from a guy named Doug Crow, who's in the mastermind with me. And Doug just reiterated, like, yeah, we routinely get five-figure leads from doing cold outreach on LinkedIn, but our fastest and cleanest strategies include unsolicited referrals. Yes, obviously, yes, get referrals from other people who have been your clients. But this number two is what really stood out for me. Be a journalist, not a marketer. And he coined he gave me this language that I'd not heard this before, but it resonated immediately and it reminded me of something that I've done in the past, which I'm gonna show you in a minute. But be a journalist, not a marketer. Working on my own book right now. Approaching CEOs of Fortune 1000 Inc. 5,000 companies, not pitching. Rather, I'm asking to interview them for 15 minutes to be included in their story, to include their story in my book, causes zero pressure, et cetera, et cetera. And so this just reminded me of a strategy that I pretty much use in every single membership organization that I build. Before I started building Mindset to Money, I actually built a membership organization in the technology space called Unblack in Tech. And the way that I built it is the same way that I pretty much build every one of my membership organizations. I use what I call a features based viral membership approach. And what it looks like is I literally use features of members, features of people who I want to connect with, other industry experts. But I'm going to show you the Instagram account for I'm Black in Tech, what it looked like. It was exclusively, and this organization is actually still up. I don't spend time growing this right now. I don't have the time for it. But I'm Black in Tech exclusively focused on features. If you just scroll down the timeline, it's just strictly features of members. And these features, we would feature them, and we do it in such a way that it was natural for them to want to share these features that we tag them in, member profile, etc. And naturally, they would then share these on their social profile. We never would ask them to share because then it becomes, it becomes not quite as organic. It feels a little bit less authentic. But we would feature them in a way where it was natural for them to want to share it on their own profiles, and their shares would get more traction than our original features. And this would happen pretty consistently. So in this in this document right here, I break down in line item detail exactly how we did this member based feature process to create the virality inside organizations. I've done this not once, not twice, done this multiple times in multiple organizations. This was another one for executives in the technology space that I created, literally created a membership organization out of thin air. one page landing site, do research, obviously, on the front end to find out what the exact customer avatar that I'm looking for is needing. And then I would create a membership organization that served that specific need and attract that particular person directly to me. In this case, it was executives, CXOs in larger companies who I was looking to connect with in the technology space to ultimately be funding partners for I'm Black in Tech. But I didn't approach them with I'm Black in Tech. I created a membership organization that was specifically for CXOs interested in diversity, right? And I called it the Executive Diversity Forum, and it was big company leaders investing in inclusion, and we were able to attract large company executives into this organization, 154 members, using a LinkedIn group primarily for this particular strategy, and ultimately within about 90 days, I ended up getting invited uh, to Northern Trust, which is an old money organization based in Chicago. Oh, actually, I don't know if they're based in Chicago, but I know they have one of their headquarters in Chicago, and they invited us into the room that they actually reserved for dignitaries, heads of state, and sponsored an event for us. And here I am at Northern Trust in that room, and we had about 25 executives who I sourced directly from my group to be a part of the Executive Diversity Forum, the forum's first event. And why did Northern Trust invite us in? Because we had executives who were in our group who they would want to be part of their banking system because they look for a certain level of person. And what I'm sharing here is it literally does not matter what you're building. If you take an attraction based marketing and sales approach, it's kind of like the old adage, build it and they will come. Well, you have to build an appropriate frame, the appropriate visuals, the appropriate language and branding and narrative. But when you do, you can attract the level of person inbound instead of having to go out and figure out how you're going to sell to them. You don't have to sell at all. You create a narrative that has them come find you and come inbound, and the process becomes much, much easier. And so this document right here, I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to share a link to it inside of the Amplify Daily newsletter. If you are not already a member of the Amplify Daily newsletter, or I should say a subscriber, you can do that at Amplify Daily, at thomasKRstovall.com. And that'll get you signed up for the Amplify Daily newsletter. But I'm not going to put this link I'm not going to put this link in the social media post. You're gonna have to subscribe for that. So I'm gonna have to start drawing some lines in sand for y'all to make sure y'all get on the subscriber list. But this breaks down in line item detail exactly how to do it and exactly how I did it and how you can do it. All right, y'all have a great day, and I will see you for the next Amplify Daily tomorrow. Peace.